Listen to me carefully. You are going to die. I am going to die. Time is gold, and your gold reserves are draining away while you hesitate, while you wait for the perfect moment, while you postpone life for a tomorrow that isn't in the contract. This isn't a drama. It's not a Greek tragedy. It is the absolute deadline of your biological design. Everyone you love, every individual who ever made you feel small, and every shadow that stole your sleep. Absolutely everyone is walking toward the same, inevitable finish line. Why do you live as if worrying were a productive profession? Why do you treat constant anxiety as if it were a superior form of preparation? System error. Worrying does not stop tragedies, it does not halt pain, and it does not change the trajectory of the stars. The only thing it truly does, its only verifiable effect in the real world, is to rob you of your present, drain your dopamine levels, and force you into fighting ghosts in a simulated future that doesn't even exist. Drop the weight right now. If you are here listening to this, it's because you have survived 100% of your worst days. Your track record of victories is perfect. You have walked through fires you thought would reduce you to ashes. And here you are, breathing. Not even the darkest storm could put you out. But here is the truth, almost no one has the courage to accept. You do not have absolute control over external variables. You can make perfect plans. You can follow every rule in the manual, and life, with its relentless irony, will still throw punches you never saw on your radar. And that is not a flaw in your matrix. It is the purpose. You are here to be tempered in the fire of uncertainty. Most people prefer to stay on the ground, licking their wounds and crying over lost control. But you are not most people. You are an architect of identity. Understand this. If fear knocks on your door tomorrow, you will stand up. Not by luck or blind faith, but because we have installed an execution protocol that does not know the word surrender. Nothing stops you because you finally discovered that you are far more dangerous than any problem life can invent. You often confuse planning with worrying. They are opposite processes. Planning is power. It's observing the terrain with the coldness of a strategist and saying, "This is what I am physically going to execute today." Worrying is paralysis. It's sitting down to list possible disasters while your engine burns in neutral. Stop wasting mental processing cycles. From this second on, your universe is reduced to a single square meter, the one right under your boots. Forget the mountain peak for a moment. Look at the next step. Feel the texture of the ground. Grit your teeth and move. Doubt is a virus that feeds on your inaction. Action is the only real antidote. Write right now in the comments, "System activated." If you wrote "System activated," you are already part of the elite architecture. And because at K20 Mind, we don't believe in luck, but in merit and fast response, I am going to grant an exclusive asset to the first 1,000 who decide to install this protocol today. I am rewarding you because you've already proven you are a winner by making it this far. I am releasing my mental reprogramming book for the first 1,000 subscribers. This isn't a handout, it's a precision tool, an engineering manual for those who have already decided to win their place at the top. Subscribe now, hit the bell, and claim what is yours in the pinned comment link. Only for the elite who execute first. Let's continue the demolition. Why does your brain cling to this anticipated suffering even when you know it's destroying you? The technical answer is, it's a habit, an old, rusty, deep-seated mental pattern that has become your comfort zone. At some point in your past, when you were vulnerable, your mind created this rudimentary defense mechanism. It made you believe that if you visualized the worst-case scenario, you would be protected by an invisible armor. A lie. That armor is actually an isolation cell. It forces you to walk dragging dead weight, solving phantom crises in a war room inside your head while the real world passes you by. You are exhausted because you are fighting wars that haven't started and probably never will. At K20 Mind, we didn't come to heal you. We came to uninstall that factory obsolete software. Stop negotiating with your insecurity as if it had anything valuable to say. Inject this truth into your veins. You don't have to be perfect to be invincible. You have to be operational. For years you have tortured yourself with the question, what if everything goes wrong? Today we are going to reverse the polarity of the system. Ask yourself with the same aggressiveness, what if everything goes right? What if you discover you are more solid, more dense, and more capable than your wounded ego allows you to believe? When you stop assuming that uncertainty is your enemy, your perception becomes a high-precision blade. Obstacles are no longer mortal threats to your existence. They are load tests, resistance tests, designed to measure what material you are truly made of. If life throws you against a wall, don't waste time looking for the why or blaming fate. Look for the how you are going to go through it. Convert the impact into momentum. When you find yourself facing a wall of pure rock, life corners you into only two decisions. Stay motionless at the base, consumed by panic and self-pity. Or tilt your head, grit your teeth, and take a step forward with an unbreakable will. The great human error is trying to absorb the entire magnitude of the problem in a single glance. If you look at the highest peak, while you are buried in the valley, the task crushes you. It becomes unmanageable for an untrained system. But if you discipline your mind to reduce your visible universe to the meter of ground right in front of your boots, reality changes immediately. By focusing only on immediate action, the unmanageable mountain becomes a sequence of logical, tactical movements. And before you know it, you will look down and discover that you are already dominating the environment, that the air is purer, and that the view is different. The mental weight didn't disappear because the terrain got easy, but because you, through discipline, became much more resistant. Your mind is a data processor. If you give it garbage, it will generate garbage. If you give it fear, it will build a prison. But if you give it clear execution commands, it will build an empire. Don't let the noise of others' mediocrity interfere with your signal. Most people want you to fail so they don't feel bad about their own inaction. Ignore them. Your loyalty is to the future you, the one looking at you from the end of the road, waiting for you to have the courage to move forward. Listen to me well. There will always be a next mountain. There will always be a new challenge, a new crisis, a new wall. And that is not an eternal sentence. It is your fundamental purpose. You were designed to test your ability to endure and to exceed your biological and mental limits over and over again. The sacrifice K20 mind demands of you today is to give up your desperate need for control. Let go of the helm of the uncontrollable and become relentless in what you can execute. Stop seeing your existence as an error that needs constant correction. You are not broken. You are a masterpiece of engineering in constant evolution, a system that optimizes itself through stress and load. Your future is not built in the comfort of the couch, nor in empty motivational talks. It is built in the heat of the struggle, in the sweat of discipline, and in the silence of daily work. When no one is watching, look in the mirror and recognize the engineer of your own soul. If you feel tired, continue. If you feel like no one believes in you, continue. If the pain tells you to stop, dominate it and continue. Because the elite version of you already exists in the future, and every disciplined step you take today is one less thief on your path to greatness. Subscribe now to strengthen this operating system. Share this message with someone who needs to wake up their inner strength before it's too late. Engineer your mind. Build your future. This is K20 Mind. Now, move.